Azure Administration.
Okay.
I'm going to continue the course.
Okay.
And this course is going to be a continuation classes and without no any lag or something. Every day class will be there, right?
I'm not going to tell anything. Yeah, I'm just here to learn. That's it. I'm not I'm not a teacher. Yeah.
Oh, you are not faculty, Sekhar Reddy?
No, I'm not a faculty. You're just
Man,
asking me
sorry. Really fun man. I'm sorry for that. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
His name also Sekhar something, right? Faculty name.
Sekhar.
Sekhar Reddy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I felt you are the faculty.
No, I'm not the faculty.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Hi, good evening, everyone. Okay, I hope, am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you are audible.
Yeah. Okay, can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, great. Yeah, before starting the session, let me introduce about myself. Hi, my name is Sekhar. I have 15 years of experience on Microsoft technologies. Currently, I'm working as a cloud architect. Okay, yeah. Next, before going for Microsoft Azure, just I want to let you know something about IT infrastructure. Okay, do you know what is the IT infrastructure? Any idea? Anything about IT infra? IT infra is nothing but what? Simply we can say collection of software, hardware, switches, network, load balancer is called IT infrastructure. Am I right? For example, if we enter into any office, whatever the things are visible, that we will call them as what? Infra. Okay. So like server, storage, network, next switches, routers, cables, these all we will call them as what? IT infrastructure. So what is the IT infrastructure? Very simple term called infrastructure is nothing but collection of hardware, software, switches, network, load balancer is called IT infrastructure. Okay, so yeah, so this is the exact picture of IT infrastructure. Here you could see different types of devices and communicating to router, and it is load balancer, enable firewall. Next request is reaching to required servers. Also we have servers, databases, server rack, switches. These all we will call them as what? IT infrastructure. Okay, that's why I mentioned that IT infrastructure is nothing but collection of hardware, software, switches, network, load balancer is called IT infrastructure. So why I'm telling this story is to maintain our own IT infrastructure, we require what? Any idea? To maintain entire IT infrastructure, we require what? DC. Okay. So what is the DC? Data center. Am I right? So what is the data center? Note it down. Data center is a heart of the organization. Okay, if we go for any organization in the world, like TCS, Wipro, Cognizant, any world, anything, then they have their own data centers. Am I right? So what does it mean? To maintain our own IT infrastructure, we require data center. Okay, what is the data center? Data center is a heart of the organization where we can deploy, manage, and access the applications. Where we can deploy, manage, and access the applications is called data center. Okay, this is the exact picture of data center. I'm repeating, what is the DC? Data center is a heart of the organization where we can maintain, deploy, access, and monitoring our infrastructure or application or personal data or application data is called data center. Clear? So best example, assume that we got one new project. Assume that we got one Java project where I would like to build 5 servers. How many servers? 5 servers. What we have to do first step is first submit the request to data center team. Okay, data center team will drag the space, or we can drag the space for these 5 servers. Once space is available, they will rack the servers. Once they rack the servers, first step, they will install operating system. Second step, configure the firewalls. Third step, install and configure the required networking, whether it is public or private. Okay. Next, fourth step, install all monitoring tools. Okay. Next, fifth step, install all firewall rules. Next, verify all checklists. Once servers have been built as per standards, these servers should be handed out to development team. Okay, so here if you observe, we required Windows team, we required operating system team, and the networking team, monitoring team. Okay, next deployment team. Next, to support the application support like 24/7, we required application support team, like infrastructure support team. These many teams we required to fulfill this requirement. Okay, so here one thing which I would like to mention, one point here is cost. Okay, to maintain these many teams, okay, we have to spend a lot of budget and a lot of time is required to fulfill the requirement. Okay, yeah, not only that, best example, to maintain the data center, it is not a small task, guys. We have to spend like course and course money. We have to spend course and course money, and we required much time to fulfill this requirement. Okay, so this is the one reason why entire IT industry looking towards cloud, 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 cloud. Okay, not only that, to maintain data center, as you said, it is not a small task. Am I right? Assume that to build our own data center, first we have to purchase the land and construct the building as per rules and regulations and guidelines provided by government. Okay, next, design the infrastructure. I mean, design the data center as per rules and regulations. Next, we provide all facilities. Provide all facilities. So what are the facilities are required? What are the challenges are there to maintain our own data center? Can you tell me one challenge to maintain our own data center? Anyhow, this is high cost and we need more time and more budget to fulfill the or to construct the one data center. That is quite common. What else we can have? What are the challenges are there to maintain our own data center? Okay, still every company they have their own data center, right? Why entire IT industry nowadays they are looking for cloud, 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 cloud? Any idea? Anyone?
We need
Anyone
more
answer?
working people.
Sorry?
We need more working people, more employees to operate the data center. If you
Okay.
have
So yeah, one thing, one common point which I can mention here is cost. Always cost. Okay. So first thing, have a look. We need dedicated space for housing infrastructure. This is the first point. Yes, that is correct, right? So we need land and construct the building and support and design the data center. Everything it is high cost. Next, we need high bandwidth internet. Best example, see, my organization data center is there in New York. Okay, so I am sitting in Hyderabad. To access the data, server, storage, network, we need what? High bandwidth internet. Am I right? Clear? So that is the another challenge. Next, we need extremely redundant power supply. You know, right? This data center running depends on electricity. If there is no electricity, then what should we do? We should be able to run the data center with the help of battery or generator. Okay, that is another challenge. Next, and cost as well. Next, dust-free environment. So always we should maintain clean and green. Okay. Next, efficient cooling system. You know, right? If you enter into the data center, if you get a chance, okay, you can see less than 10 degrees Celsius temperature. Got it? So again, we require cooling system, right? Yeah. Next, another thing is high physical security. Unauthorized persons cannot or should not enter into the data center. Okay, even though you have 20 plus years of experience in IT, they won't allow you to enter into the data center. Why? Because physical security. So why? Because data center always it contains sensitive data of your organization or employee information or application or business related. So unauthorized persons cannot enter into the data center. We need high physical security. Next, inter data center network. DR in the sense disaster recovery. For example, assume that this is the data center. Okay, this data center capacity is 10,000 servers. Assume that we can build 10,000 servers. Now, you got another new project where I would like to build 500 more servers. There is no space. Then what we have to do, guys? We have to build another data center. Am I right? So there, yeah, if space is there, we can expand this data center, or else we have to go for, what is that? Construct another data center. That is the one point. Second point, see, this data center is crashed. You have only one data center. It has been crashed due to some floods. Okay, due to some unexpected events are occurred. Due to that, your entire data center is crashed. So in that case, how can I recover the data? How can I recover the data? Do you have an idea? We should have,
Backup.
what is that? Backup. DR data, disaster recovery data center. If this data center is crashed, another data center should be there to provide the service to customers. Okay, you know, right? In the year of 2011, there is a World Trade Center that the terrorists they collapsed, right? Entire data center in Pentagon, I think. Okay, so why they have targeted that WTC World Trade Center? There we have data center of US federal government. If they collapse it, all financial transactions will be lost. So due to that, they would like to downgrade the what is that? What we can call it as US domination. Okay, even though they collapsed it, they haven't lost even single record. Okay, what is the secret behind that? They have maintained backup data center. So physically the building has collapsed, okay, but they haven't lost even single record. Okay, financially, okay, they have all the information. Okay, that is about what? Disaster recovery. So same way for your information, if any crisis are happened or any unexpected events are occurred, okay, due to that your data should not be lost. So in order to maintain your data, we require disaster recovery another data center, right? So already one data center it is high cost. How to maintain another data center, again it is cost. We cannot bear. Okay, next, this is the one reason. Next, hardware replacement. You know, right? What is the hardware replacement? Any idea? So this is the data center, right? See, to maintain small mobile device itself, we are spending 20K every year. Okay, you know, right? Nowadays we are getting new technologies into the market, and the entire system is upgrading. Okay, new upgrading patches are coming. Okay, new enhancements are coming for application or infrastructure wise to support new technologies, to support upgraded system, to support new enhancements. We should upgrade our hardware devices as well. Am I right? You know, right? If you might have purchased the one laptop 10 years back, to install Windows 11, it won't support. Okay, you have to, what is that? Purchase new laptop and which are supporting hardware configuration to install Windows 11. So same way, every day world is upgrading, new technologies are coming. To support them, we need upgrade what? Hardware system. That is again cost. Okay, that is again high cost. Next, more time, more expense to build our own IT infrastructure. Okay, because of all these reasons, entire IT industry looking towards cloud, 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 cloud. Okay, now you got an idea, right? Why entire industry is looking for cloud because of all these reasons. Okay, yeah. Next, now if people tell me what is the cloud computing? That is generic term nowadays, right? If you go for anywhere, you could hear about what is the cloud, cloud, cloud. What is the cloud? Anyone? Can you answer for me? What is the cloud computing? Simple, you might have heard about something like,
Pay as you go.
okay, what else? Cloud is nothing but very simple definition, very simple definition. Cloud is nothing but collection of remote services. Okay, this is the cloud where all features have been deployed, okay, to support enterprise consumer or enterprise applications or organizations. Okay, access them over the internet is called cloud computing. I am repeating, what is the cloud? Cloud is nothing but collection of remote services and access them over the internet is called cloud computing. Nowadays, if we have one cloud account, one internet connectivity, one laptop, that is more than enough. We can start our own application and we can develop our own application and host them into the cloud within fraction of minutes. So within a minutes, your application can be deployed across the world. So outside of the people will be able to access your application. That is power of cloud computing. Got it? So why should we go for cloud computing? One is time saving. As usual, time is saving, then 100% cost also would be saving. You know, right? Time directly proportional to money. This is the formula nowadays. It is happening. If we spend more time, more money, less time, less money. Anyway, okay. Same way. See, if you are able to see, as I said, to build 5 servers, it will take minimum 5 to 7 days in on-premises if you have your own data center. Are you getting? See, I would like to, what is that? Build 5 servers. First, you have to submit the request, install the OS, configure the networking, and deploy required monitoring tools, and deploy firewall rules, and verify all checklists. These servers have been built as per standards or not. To complete this process, minimum it will take 5 to 7 days. Worst case. Okay. Yeah. So here again, it is high cost. Okay. If you go for cloud computing, trust me, within a minute, I'm not telling even 2 minutes, within a minute, we can build n number of servers. Okay. Only within a minute, would you like to deploy 5 servers? Yes, we can do that. If you would like to deploy 100 servers, yes, within a minute, we can host 100 servers. So where is 7 days? Where is 1 minute? So here time is saving, budget is saving, and the resources are availability within a fraction of minutes. So clients are happy. Due to that, entire IT industry looking towards cloud, 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 cloud. Okay. Yeah. Again, I'm repeating, what is the cloud computing? It is collection of remote services. Very simple definition. Why? Because all the services they deployed in one location and access them over the internet is called cloud computing. Okay. Yeah. This is about what? Azure cloud. Next. Sorry. Cloud computing. Next. Why should we go for cloud? Okay. Already we discussed it. Less time, less money. Within fraction of minutes, our requirement are fulfilling. Okay. Yeah. Next, in cloud, we have totally 3 deployment models. What are they, guys? In cloud, we have total 3 cloud deployment models. What are they? One is,
IAS,
yeah, as, PaaS, SaaS. Okay. As in the sense, what is the
infrastructure
as?
service.
Yes. Infrastructure as a service. Okay, PaaS in the sense,
Platform as a service.
yes, platform as a service. Okay, SaaS in the sense,
I think software as a service.
Yeah, software as a service. Why they have divided into 3 cloud deployment models? Okay, based on your requirement, you can go for as, PaaS, SaaS. That is totally depends on your project requirement and client requirement. Okay, so when you go for infrastructure as a service, what all things comes under infrastructure as a service? Like virtual machines, storage, network, database, load balancer. These all comes under what? Infrastructure as a services. Clear? Yeah. So when you go for PaaS, platform as a services. When you go for PaaS, this is platform as a services. Okay. Best example for infrastructure as a services is, for example, you would like to deploy one Java application. Okay. For that, servers will be created within fraction of minutes. Okay. Servers will be handed over to you within fraction of minutes. After that, what you have to do? What is your job when you go for as? For example, if you would like to deploy one Java application, first install web server, I mean Apache, Tomcat, or WebLogic, or WebSphere, or JBoss. Next, install Java related add-ins. On top of it, host Java application. So installation, configuration, management, monitoring, accessing, deployment, security, that all you have to take care. Okay, infrastructure, yes, my infrastructure they are providing. You have to take care about what? Your application related installation and configuration. That is comes under what? Infrastructure as a services. Okay. Next, PaaS. What is the PaaS, guys? Platform as a service. The name itself, it is describing that they are providing platform as well as runtime. Clear? Runtime and platform in the sense, what does it mean? Here, I said infrastructure as a service, you have to take care about installation, configuration, management of software. Am I right? When you go for platform as a service, nothing is in your hand. Everything they are providing. Your task is just to deploy your application. Okay. Deploy your application in the sense that would be Java, that would be .NET, PHP, Python, Ruby, Node.js, any type of application you can host it. You need not worry about what? Infrastructure, installation and configuration, management, monitoring, everything will be taken care by cloud vendor. Only you have to take care about deploy the application. So deployment of application, it is very simple task. How to deploy the application, I will show you. It is very easiest way. Okay, that is comes under what? PaaS, platform as a services. Okay, next, what is the SaaS? You know, right? In our day-to-day life, whatever the activities we are performing, and whatever the activities we are performing in our organizations, already we are entering into software as a service. Can you tell me best example for software as a service, guys?
I think it's Gmail.
Okay, what else? Gmail, Google Drive, OneDrive, they are comes under what? Software as a services. Okay, one of the biggest component and the succeeded product in the market is what? Anyone? Come on. Have you heard about it? Office 365. Now they change it to Microsoft 365. Okay, have you heard about it? Office 365. Yes, almost 99% companies they are implementing components, guys. So under Office 365, we have 30 plus modules, 35 components, we can say. Okay, so what are they? MS Office, MS Word, Outlook, okay, MS Teams. What is that? MS Teams. Next, we can say Power BI, Power Automation, okay, Microsoft CRM, SharePoint, all these components part of Office 365. Okay, so best example, you know, right? If I go for C, this is a MS Teams. 99% offices they are using MS Teams. Okay, here, see, this is the Office 365. You people can set up the meetings. Okay, here you can set up the meetings. Collaboratively, you can work. Okay, next, you can chat with your colleagues. You can collaboratively work with your colleagues within the organization. Many things are performing. Am I right? See, this is the school. On school also they are using what? MS Teams. Just assume that how much popular that is. Okay, so Office 365 MS Teams is the one component. We have many components. Okay, here I have listed down. Have a look. Yeah, so this is the one, like Gmail, okay, WebEx, Salesforce, CRM, Office 365. These are the best example for what? Software as a services. Okay, yeah, next. So what are the difference between on-premises and cloud? Okay, very simple. See, when I go for on-premises, see about networking, storage, operating system, middleware, runtime application. To maintain all these things, we require one thing. What is that? Anyone? One real-time professionals. See, to maintain all these things, we required. What is that? DC, data center. Right? In on-premises to perform anything, okay, we required what? Data center. When I go for cloud computing, see, when you go for infrastructure as a service in cloud, see, red color highlighted things provided by vendor, you have to take care about what? Blue color things like operating system. You would like to deploy operating system Windows or Linux. On top of it, what type of application you are going to deploy? That is totally depends on your requirement. Okay, when you go for PaaS, I said right, they are providing platform and runtime. You have to take care about your application. Okay, maybe .NET, Java, PHP, any type of application you can post on top of what? PaaS services. Okay, next SaaS. What is the SaaS? Software as a services. See, here, software as a service, all these things are managed by the vendor. Nothing is in our hand. Everything managed by, what is that? Cloud vendor. This is about what? Difference between on-premises and cloud computing. Okay, do you have any ideas so far? Sorry, do you have any queries, concerns, issues, doubts? Please ask me. I will clarify your queries. Do you have any queries so far?
Hello.
Yeah.
So what is the difference between a general server and web server?
So if you web server, if you deploy your application, that also we will call it as web server. Technically, we will call it as web server itself, guys. Normal server itself, we will call it as web server. You know, right? Application can be deployed in 3 levels. One is web server, application server, database server. Web servers are managing the traffic. Application server providing the service. Database server storing the data. Okay. So that is one kind of interview question, like your application is what type? How many tiers are there for your application? We can say 3-tier architecture or multi-tier architecture. Okay, so there is no special difference between normal server and web server. Web server is nothing but maintaining the load where you can host your application. Clear?
Yes, clear.
Yeah. Any more queries? Yeah. Next, see, there are 3 types of clouds. What are they? Any idea?
Public, private, and
Yeah, public, private. Other one is what?
Hybrid.
Yeah, hybrid. What is the public cloud? The resources can be accessible from anywhere in the world is called public. Okay, I am repeating. What is the public? The resources can be accessible from anywhere in the world is called public. Okay, simply I can say, if I deploy one server, if I share with you username and password, yes, you can sit anywhere in the world, then communicate my server. That is called public. Okay, what is the private? What is the private? Private in the sense, the resources can be accessible within the corporate network is called private. You know, right? Now we are going to office. Okay. Now next we will connect it to internet. Next we will pass the credentials. Next we will connect it to VPN, virtual private network, which will establish the connection to client. Then we will be able to access all client related server storage network. That is called what? Private. The moment when you sign out, when you come out from the office, okay, will you able to access? No. Okay, first we have to communicate VPN, virtual private network. Okay, yeah, that is what? Private. Clear? The resources can be accessible within the network or within the organization or within the corporate network is called private. Okay, next, what is the hybrid? You know, right? People are saying about hybrid model or not. What does that mean?
Combination of both public and private.
Yes, a hybrid model, hybrid working style in the sense, what does it mean? 2 days work from home, 3 days work from office. The combination, we will call it as what? Hybrid. Here also same. The combination of public plus private cloud called hybrid cloud. Okay, but it is cost and greater control, very secure. Okay, that is about what? Hybrid cloud. Right?
Private, I have one question.
Yeah.
Private servers we are able to log in from our home also, right? Those comes under how?
Yeah, that is VPN. You have to connect it, right?
Oh,
Without VPN,
okay.
leave about your laptop in office. Okay, come to public. Will you able
Then
to communicate? No, right?
we cannot communicate directly.
Yes. Okay. So even though you are working from home, what you are doing? You are connecting to what? VPN. What does it mean? The VPN is establishing the connection from your laptop to client network. Am I right? Once you are disconnecting, when you are coming out from the client network, will you able to connect publicly? No, it's not possible. Clear, guys? Sure.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah. Next. So there are many vendors are there to provide cloud computing technology. What are they listed on? Come on. One is Microsoft Azure. Next, AWS. Next, Google. Next, OpenStack. Come on. Next, Oracle Cloud. Sixth one, IBM Bluemix. Seventh one, Alibaba. You know, right? Alibaba, China Cloud. Jack Ma is the owner. Okay. So out of them, very, very, very popular in the market is Microsoft Azure and AWS. Okay. If we consider cloud market is 100%, only these two technologies occupied 80%, remaining are 20%. Okay, yeah, forget about it. What is the Microsoft Azure? Why should we go for Microsoft Azure? Why not AWS? Okay, what is the Microsoft Azure, guys? See, why they have mentioned Azure instead of Azure? They could have mentioned Microsoft Cloud, right? That is also good term. Why they have mentioned Azure? What is the Azure? Any idea? What is the generic meaning of Azure? Anyone? See how Amazon Cloud, how Google Cloud, they introduced the name. Same way Microsoft also can mention Microsoft Cloud, right? Why they have mentioned Microsoft Azure? Okay, Azure exact meaning is blue color sky. Okay, Azure generic term and meaning is blue color sky. Clouds are there in blue color sky. So that is the reason is there Azure. Okay, Azure in the sense that is blue color sky. Exact meaning. Okay, Microsoft Azure. What is the Microsoft Azure? Very, very important interview question. What is the Microsoft Azure? Anyone? Anyhow, it is the cloud. That is well and good. Fine. What is the Microsoft Azure? Simply, we can say Microsoft Azure is a cloud computing technology and introduced by Microsoft. First point. Second point, Azure is a comprehensive set of cloud services. Okay, comprehensive set of cloud services in the sense, what does that mean? See, earlier starting, this is the blue color sky. This is the logo of Azure. Okay, that's why I mentioned Azure in the sense it is the blue color sky. Okay, exact Azure word is what? Blue color sky. Okay, yeah. Next, so what is the Microsoft Azure? Azure is a comprehensive set of cloud services. Comprehensive in the sense set of group of required services, and where we can build, deploy, manage, and access the applications through global network data centers is called Microsoft Azure. Okay, it is important keyword. I can say what is that? Through global network data centers is called Microsoft Azure. I am repeating. It is interview question. Don't think about that. It is silly. Okay, that is interview question when you attend Microsoft. This is the first interview question. What is that? Azure is a comprehensive set of cloud services and access them, okay, over the internet. Next, where we can build, deploy, manage the applications through global network data centers is called Microsoft Azure. Clear? Yeah, this is about what? Azure. Next, do you know when Azure came to the picture? Any idea?
2011.
What else? In the year of 2010, okay, Microsoft entered into the cloud market. Initially, we used to call it as Windows Azure. In the year of 2010, Microsoft entered into the cloud market. Initially, they introduced what is that? Windows Azure. Okay, the idea behind that Azure is Nadella Satya. Okay, later that is came big market in the world. So he became as a CEO. In the year of 2016, he became as a CEO of Microsoft. Okay, later in the year of 2014, they introduced one new deployment model called ARM, that is Azure Resource Manager. ARM in the sense Azure Resource Manager. Then they renamed Windows Azure as a, what is that? Microsoft Azure. Okay, in the year of 2014, officially Microsoft Azure launched by Microsoft. Now it is world #1 cloud computing. Okay, yeah. So I will let you know some interesting point. Now have a look. This is about cloud. Now in the year of 2010, they introduced what? Windows Azure. Formally, we will call it as Windows Azure. Later in the year of 2014 April, they renamed Windows Azure as a Microsoft Azure by introducing new deployment model called ARM. Clear? Yeah. Next, why should we go for Azure? Why not AWS? See, AWS also very good cloud in the market, right? So, do you know when AWS came to the picture? Any idea? In the year of 2006. Azure came into the picture in the year of 2010. In between 4 years gap, Azure occupied the entire market. Even though Azure came into the market very late, now it is the world #1 cloud. high demand in the market. Okay, yeah. Next, why Microsoft Azure is very popular compared to AWS is, first thing, you know, right? Microsoft Azure is there since 6 decades. Since 50 to 60 years, Microsoft products are there in the market. So they are well established infrastructure entire world. Okay, so first thing, 60 plus region, 140 countries, Microsoft has their own data centers. Okay, see, this slide I have taken from Microsoft official site only. Not, this is not prepared by me. These are words not by my words. Okay, see, Azure has more global region than any other cloud provider. Any other cloud provider in the sense, who is the competitor? I could say AWS. Okay, and the offering scale needed to bring your application closer to customers. What does that mean? We are bringing our application closer to customers. For example, I have more customers in South India. Yes, you can go ahead and deploy your application in Chennai data center or Hyderabad data center. It is near to customers. If they, if near to customers, we are bringing service to customers, near to customers, then what does it mean? We can provide better service to customers. If there are any issues, we can fix them instantly. Okay, there is no network latency. We can provide good service. Clear? Yeah. So that's what 60 plus region, 140 countries, Microsoft has their own data centers. For example, you have more customers in Singapore region. Yes, go ahead and deploy your services in Singapore region. What does it mean? We are bringing up our application closer to customers. Okay, this is one region. This is one reason why Microsoft Azure, why not AWS? Okay, AWS Max, it contain, I think, 18 or 20 regions. That's it. Okay, yeah, next. So why Microsoft Azure, why not AWS is, one is low cost. Why they are providing low cost means, you know, right? Windows operating system, SQL Server, half of the products in the market from Microsoft itself. Am I right? If you go for Office 365, I can say 99% organizations, they are implementing Office 365. Without MS Teams, there is no project nowadays, trust me. Okay, that is the very good, what is that, charting and charting tool. We can collaboratively work with our colleagues. You can schedule the meetings, everything we can perform, right? Next, instant capacity. So there is a 2 servers. Okay, now drastically traffic is increased. Now you would like to add 2 more servers. Yes, we can do within fraction of seconds, guys. Within fraction of seconds, based on the load, based on the incoming traffic, you can increase and decrease the, what is that, scaling capacity of infrastructure. Okay, yeah. Next, speed and agility. Okay, as I said, your application installation and configuration, you need not worry, they are providing ready-made environment. Next, global reach. Global reach in the sense, you know, right? Even though we have billions of customers for Facebook, Google, Microsoft, their applications are very fast. Am I right? Why? If you access the Facebook, even though multiple customers are accessing Facebook, right? Individual users. So still, why Facebook is performing very fast, loading the page under? Any idea? Why? Because they are distributing the data across the world. Okay, see, this is the data. So they have their own servers across the world, cache servers. We can call them as cache servers. So data can be distributed across the world. So if I access my Facebook account, my request will go to nearest data center, response back to the client. My request will not go to main data center, nearest cache servers. Clear? That's why Facebook, Twitter, Google, Microsoft, these applications are very fast. Okay. Next, secure. It is high secure. Microsoft certified 70 plus compliance by US government. So it is very, 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 very secure. How secure is, if you are traveling with Satya Nadella, if you tapped his laptop we can't do anything. Even though if you theft his laptop, if you try to decrypt the data, no, it's not possible. That is how they have provided the security. Clear? So multi-levels, they implemented the security like a data level, networking level, okay, integration level, okay, firewall level, many layers are there. So hacking is impossible. That's why I hope you did not hear about accessing the data from Microsoft data centers. Okay, not only that, if you enter into the Microsoft data centers, okay, if you unplug one disk, if you come out, if you try to decrypt it, no, it's not possible. Such kind of algorithms they have implemented. Okay, they are providing client-side security and server-side security, and they are encrypting the data server-side and client-side. Okay, that is the security they have provided. Clear? Yeah. Do you have any queries so far? Feel free and ask me questions. Any queries so far, guys?
So the same
Sir,
features
what is
are
the prerequisite to join this course?
I will come to that point.
Okay.
so AWS is also providing same all these features, right, sir?
Yes, correct.
So what is the
Yeah,
still I have
simple.
not till I
I
have
will ask you. There is a BMW car and Ferrari car. Both the cars are there. Which one will you prefer? So both are cars, four wheels it contain and have high-end features, right? Why people will like, some people will like BMW, why some people will like Ferrari car? They have their isolated features. Okay.
and
Same
also
way,
and
why
also
I'm telling is
yeah.
Azure is very popular. Why? Because they Azure is there. Sorry, Microsoft is there since 6 decades. They know entire market. Okay, 50% of softwares are there in the market from Microsoft itself. So when you go for Azure, they are providing what is that? Is less cost, better support than AWS. I know before COVID, AWS is good compared to Azure. AWS market is high. Now after COVID, even AWS people, AWS clients, whoever using, they are moving to Azure.
Even AWS also reduced the price, right?
No, so not like this. Compared to Azure, AWS price is very high. Simple. One client would like to build Windows Server 2022. If you come to Azure, they will provide 100 rupees, right? If you go for AWS, 5 times more, you have to pay for 500 rupees. I will show you. Microsoft directly provided that information inside itself. Clear? Yeah, next. Here, I would like to explain about certifications. So especially in Azure, we have 20 plus certifications, guys. Okay, another big revolution feature, you know, right? ChatGPT. Okay, Microsoft, they already integrated with Azure. Right, because Microsoft partner with OpenAI, directly ChatGPT feature they have integrated with Azure. That is the revolution. Right. So when you are coming to Azure, they are providing 20 plus certifications, guys. Okay, I can say Microsoft Azure Administration, Developer, Architect, Azure DevOps, okay, Azure Artificial Intelligence, Azure Machine Learning, Azure Data Engineer, Azure Data Science. Likewise, we have 20 plus certifications. Okay, now, yeah, first thing is very popular in the market is AZ104. This is a Azure Administration. Okay, next AZ204 is Azure Developer. Okay, next AZ400 is Azure DevOps. Okay, AZ 304 is Azure Architect. Okay, I am going to explain about these two features, these two certification papers. So whoever having prior knowledge about developing, they people can go for what? Azure developer. But if you go for any cloud computing, you least bother about it. Administration is mandatory, guys. I'm not asking you, hey, come to only Azure, learn this one. Even though tomorrow, if you go for Google Cloud or AWS Cloud, first go for administration, then go for anything. That is the base. Okay. Yeah. Next, to
One
know
question I have.
about,
One
yeah.
question, sir. What is the difference between the administration and DevOps? Because DevOps guy can do the administration, right?
Yeah, DevOps guys cannot do direct administration. They must go for administration first, then go for DevOps. DevOps is integration and configuration, right? CI/CD pipelines, continuous integration and continuous deployment. See,
So,
you are automating application automation.
there
Okay.
also have one question, sir. I understand. There also have one question. See, a Java guy can Java person is Java developer or a DevOps guy going to do the CI/CD, right?
Yes, correct.
So the CI/CD comes Jenkins or Git and some Docker and Kubernetes. So AWS DevOps is there, Azure DevOps is there. So what is the difference between these two? Because we are going to create a one instance, and there we are going to keep a Docker and Kubernetes. Then we are going to deploy all our applications. The basic CI/CD, are there is any tools are there in Azure for DevOps
Yes, correct.
specific to the
See,
Azure?
yes, exactly correct. Actually, when you go for open source DevOps, what you are calling it as the AWS DevOps, right? So
Yeah.
they are open source. So each and every software you have to install and configure. For example, you have to install and configure the Jenkins. Jenkins is big headache, right? So you have to install and configure, create the master records, slave records, and create the pipeline, process it. It is big headache. Am I right? When you go for Azure DevOps, nothing is in your hand. They are automated everything. Just to give the your application path, then create the CI/CD pipeline. Okay. Microsoft itself, they have their own pipelines. Using them, you can automate your application. If you are not happy with their tools and all, yes, go ahead and configure your open source DevOps. Both the features they have provided. That is the core of Azure DevOps. Clear?
Yeah, I understand though, because there is a separate tools. What are those tools in Azure DevOps tools?
Azure DevOps itself, they have their own pipelines.
Oh,
Microsoft itself, they have their own pipelines, inbuilt pipelines.
okay.
Okay. Yeah. Also, they have integrated with market standard tools and all. You can use Microsoft provided tools. If you are not happy with them, then go for your own. That's what I am telling.
Okay. Because as a Java developer in microservices, we are going to deploy Git to Jenkins, some other tools, and
Yes.
deploy.
Yeah. GitHub is Microsoft product. You know, right?
Yeah, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm
Yes.
okay.
Yeah, last year it is owned by Microsoft. Now tightly every service they are integrating with GitHub. Yeah, now GitHub almost 90% projects are using. Now it is Microsoft product. So they are giving multiple flexibility in order to create CI/CD pipelines.
Yeah,
Right?
because we are a bit confused about
Yeah.
AWS
Got it.
DevOps, Azure DevOps, general DevOps. I don't know what
Yeah,
exactly.
many people are confused on that. Very simple. Open source DevOps, Azure DevOps. Also, what you are calling AWS DevOps or Azure DevOps. That's it. Okay, when you go for open source DevOps, no, they will teach about Jenkins, Ansible, Chef, Puppet.
Yeah.
These are the things. Those tools are not at all required when you go for Azure DevOps.
Okay.
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 That is what Azure DevOps. So Azure DevOps here comes under SaaS, software as a service.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Now have a look. So go to azure.microsoft.com. This is the official site. If we get any issues, if we have any queries, directly I can go on the verify this site. Clear? What is that? Azure.microsoft.com. This is the official site for especially Azure. Okay, now have a look. See, by Azure. Okay, see, this is the flexibility, build and manage, deploy your application anywhere. Okay, use preferred language frameworks in infrastructure. Even your own data centers and other cloud, you can integrate with your on-premises data centers with Azure data centers. Okay, so this is about what? Azure cloud. I'd like to show you. See, Azure is the global and Azure is local. So this is another important point. If any local government, state government, if they would like to deploy the application in Azure data centers, yes, they are providing the support and the security. They are and they also provide anytime support for that applications. That is the one thing. I'll show you one slide. I am looking for that whether it is modified or not. Yeah, so this is the overview of Microsoft Azure. Okay, if you have any queries, feel free and ask me. Any doubts, any queries?
So you are going to teach us administration as well as DevOps, right?
Yes, both.
So how many days it will take?
Yeah, it is 2 months course, guys. 1 month Azure administration, 1 month Azure DevOps.
So
Okay.
in administration part, what all the services you are going to explain?
Yeah, that's all. AZ104. Okay. So here I'm going to cover certification papers. Just go to Microsoft.com official site. Here we have go for learning. Okay, I am pinging in this chart. See, guys, these are the certifications papers. Okay, we have administrator, AI engineer, app marketer, business user, data analyst, data engineer, data scientist, developer solution architect, security engineer, functional consultant, and DevOps engineer. So when I go for administrator, here you could see AZ104. This is the 10 administration. Here, whatever the certification syllabus is there, I will cover everything, guys. Already I prepared the module wise documentation. Tomorrow I'm going to show you what are the topics I am going to cover for Azure administration and DevOps. Then tomorrow also we'll discuss about how to subscribe for Azure Free. These two things will complete it. Okay, so I don't want to make you confusion single day itself. Tomorrow we will discuss about certification information and the modules which I am going to explain for DevOps and Azure administration. These two things will complete it in next session.
So another question: after completion of administration DevOps, we are able to complete pass the certification?
Yes, 100%.
Okay.
Okay,
So are you sure about the course continuation without breaks? Some training, so they're taking breaks 1 day, 2 days, next again.
No, guys, that won't happen.
If
Our
you,
classes should be Monday to Friday, 5 days in a week. 100% there is no gap
because
at any
we
cost.
also lose tracking and interest
Yeah. I got it. I got it.
if
I
there
got
is
it.
any breaks are there,
Yeah.
then no, for not 2 days breaks, then again coming back, and if there is no flow,
Yeah.
and then that is one thing I
Yeah.
have observed some other courses.
Yes.
Not only this, I'm not talking about specific to the any institute. Commonly,
Okay.
all the faculties, because there may be some urgency, then it's cool, that is
Yeah.
acceptable. But
Yeah.
no, 2 3 days gaps again starting.
Yeah, that won't happen, guys. In my sessions, I totally understand. So Monday to Friday, there is no gaps in between. Continuous classes will be there.
How is the job market, Azure DevOps, administration DevOps?
Yeah, now market is very good for Azure, guys. I'm not telling as a faculty and all, as a architect and all. You people can go ahead and verify Naukri. Many people are getting the calls, especially Azure itself. Okay. Any more questions? Any doubts?
Sir, any coding is required or any prerequisite? Please tell
Administration
about
and
it.
DevOps, no coding part, guys. Okay, configuration and a little bit scripting is required. I mean, script knowledge, PowerShell and all. That all, anyhow, I will take care about it.
So CI/CD, what APIs you are going to deploy using Java microservices or something like that?
Yeah, .NET application, Java by creating YAML file without YAML. You know, right? And markup language and using Terraform as well.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Terraform you will use for deployments or infrastructure creation?
Infrastructure creation. See, Terraform in the sense IaaC, infrastructure as a code. Terraform 900% we will use infrastructure automation.
Okay.
So will you cover Terraform in this course?
Yes, I am going to cover Terraform.
Okay.
So how many days these induction classes?
It will take 3 more days, guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
3 more days you are going to same rate, same you are going to explain.
Same link. Yeah, same link.
Same thing. After 3 days, the real session will start.
Yeah, so this is the continuous, guys. Don't think and all. Now I gave an introduction about cloud and all, right? So
Okay.
tomorrow I'm going to show you how to subscribe for Azure Keytail. Day after tomorrow, I'm going to deploy one virtual machine. Then application deployment. It is continuation.
It is continuation.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, don't think again 3 days again we will start fresh new topic and all.
Sir,
It is continuous.
I have some knowledge in Java, Spring Boot, microservices. If I learn Azure administration DevOps, this combination will work out.
Yes, 100%. Nowadays, whatever the technology you are working, forget about it. One cloud technology is mandatory, guys.
No, not only one, multi-cloud. People are asking in the market.
Job market, people are crazy. Forget about it.
Yeah, multi-cloud. Do you know AWS, Azure, both are not like that? People are asking. In the interview questions also, they're asking, putting some questions.
Yeah, if you know both, then we'll introduce another cloud, right? Right there. That's what people are crazy. Like, if you go for 6 months now, they will ask about Google Cloud also. If you have 3 cloud knowledge, then people, if you learn 3 cloud now, then really you will go for mad.
Combination with Snowflake, how it will be Azure administration and Azure DevOps and the Snowflake combination.
Yeah, you can go for, see, I said, right, Azure has 20 plus certifications. First
Sir,
learn these two.
one second, sir. I will tell you one thing. If you know Azure, getting Azure administration and DevOps also getting job is very tough currently.
No.
Based
Now
on-
Azure DevOps has lot of demand in the market, the combination.
Hmm.
Yeah.
okay. Because my interest is I want to join Snowflake also.
Okay, Snowflake, that is different story. You can inquire about it.
Because see, we are not going to become a very high knowledgeable person within the
Yeah,
only
nothing. See, nowadays, no technology is not constant. Okay, so changes are constant. Every day, new technology is coming to the market. New features are coming to the market. We cannot adapt them. To be frank, right?
yeah.
Yeah. So if you learn one feature now, if you are become as a perfect on one feature, people are not using same feature after 3 months. That is how market now. Constantly it is changing. Constantly the market is changing. So what you have to do now, you have to keep an eye on changes. Just adapt them or acquire them. Okay. Have a knowledge about it. Keep an eye them. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if I learn .NET, I can survive for 10 years or 15 years, and those days are gone in the market.
Yeah, it really in cloud environment is becoming very tough. People are expecting more vital combination, different combinations.
Yeah.
Sir, any PowerShell knowledge required for Azure and DevOps?
Sorry.
PowerShell, any PowerShell knowledge required for this?
Yeah, PowerShell script is required. That I will take there, guys. That's what I am telling.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. Tomorrow we'll connect back. Bye. Have a great day.
Thank you very much. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you.